So today we will review another topic from class 11th, that is tuples. Now, as we know, a tuple is immutable sequence of Python objects. That means immutable means just like string, and unlike a list, tuple cannot be modified. Tuples are sequences just like lists and strings. The difference between tuples and lists is that lists are mutable and tuples are immutable, and in the syntax the difference is that the tuples use parentheses for declaration and storing the objects, whereas in the list we use the square brackets. And just like list, there's another similarity that they can have heterogeneous elements in it, like they can also have an integer, float, string, list, etc. simultaneously. Now these are some of the syntaxes for creating a tuple. Like in the first one we have this this is an empty tuple which does not contain any elements at present. In the second statement, this is the function tuple, or the method tuple is used for creating a tuple from a sequence. Supposing there is a list and you want to convert it into a tuple, then this tuple method is used. For example, this is a string which contains the string itself, string, and you want to store it and you want to convert it into a tuple and store in a variable. Then you can just write like this: t is equals to tuple string. So this t tuple will contain this string, and each character of this string will be stored as an individual element of the tuple. This is again the same example is there. This tuple will store 3 integers. The next tuple will store an integer, a string, and a float value, and the last statement will store a string as the first element of the tuple, and second is a list, and third one is again a tuple. This is again a heterogeneous collection. Then we have tuple packing and unpacking. Like supposing there's you want to create a tuple and you write a statement like this: tpl is equals to 2, 3, fruit. What happened? Right. So over here, if we do not use a parenthesis also, then also a tuple is created. Here a tuple will be created if you print tpl. The output will be shown within parenthesis. Now in the next statement, supposing what you want is you want to unpack it. Unpack means you want to store individual elements of the tuple inside different variables. Then this is the syntax this is a statement that you can use. These are 3 elements, 2, 3 and fruit. So you will be requiring 3 elements on the left hand side. So a, b, c is equals to tpl. So the value of, if we print ABC, the value of a will be 2, b will be 3, and c will be the string fruit. This is known as unpacking. Now let's review this nested list. As we have nested list, this is actually, sorry, this is printing with mistake. This is nested tuple actually. So here's a nested tuple. Supposing there's a variable tupl is equals to mouse 8, 4, 6 and 1, 2, 3. Right. If I say print tuple 0, 3, 0, 3 means now this is for the index number 0. Now this complete string mouse will be stored at index number 0. This whole list is stored at index number 1, and this whole tuple is stored at index number 3. Right, so first index 0 means 0, 1 and 2. That means we are talking about the string mouse. And in the second we are writing 3. So 0, 3 means on the 0th index, that means this mouse string third element is 0, 1, 2 and 3. That means we are talking about S. So if we print it, the output is S. If we write print 1, 1, that means we are talking about this complete list which contains 8, 4 and 6 elements, and 1 means this is 0 and this is 1, so 4 will be my answer. If I say 2, 2 means definitely the third element, that is the in our case we have a tuple which contains 1, 2 and 3. If we say minus 1, now minus 1 means negative indexing means from the right hand side. That means minus 1 means this 3. So my output is 3. Now this is about again slicing and indexing that we can do. Supposing there's a tuple which contains 3 elements: mouse, keyboard and pen drive. And if I write, if I want to print tuple 1, then it will print definitely the keyboard. If I am using slicing, and if I write tuple 1:3, that means starting from index number 1 and excluding index number 3, that means 1 and 2. 3 on which the string bus is stored will also not be printed. So my answer is keyboard and pen drive. Now this is again negative indexing being used here. Now minus 1 means from the right hand side, this is minus 1. That means we are talking about this string, that is the last element of this tuple. And minus 2 means within this pen drive. Minus 2 means from the right hand side. So this is minus 1 and minus 2. That means my output will be V here. Now this is about if you want to change, because we know that the tuples are immutable, but supposing if you want to change the values or the elements inside the tuple, then what could be the method? The method is that you can convert it into a list, like in the example that is shown on the screen. You can convert it into a list, change the elements of the list, and then again convert it back into a tuple. Like supposing there is a tuple here which contains 3 strings: apple, orange and cherry. So what, in the next statement we have created a list named y, and using this list function we are converting this tuple into a list. Now in the third statement that we have here, we are changing the first index, that is we want to change this orange to some other value, say supposing say kiwi. So y1 is equals to kiwi, and then we are now converting this list back into the tuple. So again x is equals to tuple function is again being used for converting a sequence to a tuple. So when we print this x, my answer will be apple, kiwi and cherry. So this is the way you can change the values in a tuple. Okay. Now supposing you want to access all the elements in a tuple, so just like list, you can apply a for loop. In this case, supposing there's a tuple which contains mouse, keyboard and pen drive. So for accessing each element of the tuple, you can apply a loop for x in tupl. If I just say print x, then it will print all the 3 elements of the tuple. Then we can use membership operators like we used with strings and lists. In and not in operators can be used with tuples as well. For example, again the same example we are continuing with. We have got a tuple, and then if I say if mouse in tupl, print whatever statement you want to give. So my answer will be, because the condition is true, this mouse string is present in the tuple tupl. So my answer is yes, mouse is in the tuple.